If you are responsible for vetting the security of any third parties, vendors, suppliers, any trusted outside entity, you may be wondering, how can I reduce the timeline for my third-party security assessments? Well, the answer to that is pretty simple and pretty straightforward: automation. Automation, when done right in third-party risk management or vendor risk management tools, when it's done right, it delivers a few things. So first thing that it does is it solves a very common bottleneck in this process, which is the email inbox. The way that the vendor assessment process generally goes without one of these tools that doesn't have automation is a lot of emailing of files around. There might be a PDF or an Excel spreadsheet or some other document, and it's literally emailed from the enterprise to the vendor and then back to the enterprise. But through automation, you can actually solve that problem because those things get lost in the inbox, and that also requires a human being to then go take action on the email that they get just to be able to put it into the workflow so that something can happen as a result. The second place that automation really helps with these types of tools is by dynamically constructing questionnaires. Not all vendors need to be asked all the same questions. Now, you might have your complete control set, and that covers every possible question you could ask every possible vendor. However, not all vendors need to be asked those questions because some vendors don't touch certain types of assets, or certain vendors have different risk profiles, or certain vendors have different workflows that you might care about. And so by having automation enable you to dynamically construct questionnaires, what that does is that makes it so that the vendors are only fed the questions that that vendor needs to answer. And that saves them time, it saves you hassle, and it just makes everyone's lives better. And a third way we can think about automation and how it helps solve many aspects to this problem is around remediation. So what you want to do at the end of any assessment process, there's going to be steps that need to be taken by the vendor in order to address the problems that are discovered. And it is the process of articulating what those steps need to be and then verifying that those steps have actually been taken and they actually solve the problem. That whole process generally is thought of as a manual one. And you can actually use automation in order to develop remediations based on those questionnaire responses. Those are three really important pieces of automation that need to exist in a vendor risk management or third-party risk management tool. It's why we built them into Start, but Start's of course not the only tool that does third-party risk management. As you're evaluating how you're going to solve these problems, make sure that your tool has at least these three types of automation. Hope that helps.